When you think of Singapore, you think of food. And when in Singapore, eat like the locals. In this episode, we bring you closer to the 3 dishes that have made their way into the hearts and stomachs of Singaporeans. Chilli crab is one of the jewels that shines brightly in Singapore's culinary crown. And for the lady who invented this in her kitchen, she never would have dreamt how famous her dish would be one day.
2 kg of chili crab versus Chuan. Will he be able to finish it in 30 minutes?
Okay, where do I start? Whoa, shit.
How is it?
Actually, this is very good. It's damn shiok. Where did chili crab come from?
From Singapore, by Madam Che Yam Tueng.
Madam Chen.
Madam Che.
Che.
Yeah.
How do you know the name like so exact?
Oh, I've heard about her lah. I've read some articles about her.
But the whole Singapore knows that it's Madam Che.
I don't know, some seafood place. Chef Wong.
Teochew guy who has like some white hair.
I always thought it was my mum.
No, it's my mother who make the chili crab. As a young boy, I love to play around the sea. My dad, if he's off duty, he'll bring me down to the beach. In front of the seashore, there's a lot of crabs, So my dad likes to catch all this. And my mum will cook mostly steam. One day my dad said, why don't you do something else rather than always steam? A bit boring, right? So my mum came up with a recipe with some chili and some tomato. And my dad said, that's the taste. Why don't you cook some for the neighbors? And the neighbors said, hey auntie, tastes very good, no? I think you should open a store to sell, My mum said, really? So my dad bought a pressure lamp, just hang on the tree there to let people know that there are some food for you to try. So we started with only 2 tables. That's where the chili crab began.
How old do I think chili crab is?
Yeah.
70?
Try again.
I don't know. Should be the same age of the nation, right?
Okay, so how old is Singapore? Please tell me you know this.
50. Wait, I know this. I was just laughing at people who didn't know. 56, 58, shit, 55. Quick chili crab, tell me.
53.
53. See, I was there.
Yeah. Mr. Roland, how old is it?
Okay, this dish, actually my mom started doing this dish was in way 1950, but was not officially announced until 1956. So during my mom's time, we are the first store selling. You see now everywhere, even hawker center, everywhere now you can find people talk selling chili crab.
Hey, don't cry lah. Spicy, is it?
It's okay, but it's just that I'm panicking.
20 minutes left, dude.
Oh shit, for my first mantou.
Speaking of mantos,
during my mom time, we don't have mantou. Down the road, during my mom's place, there's this bakery, Hainanese bakery. So they do fresh French loaf on the spot. So what my dad do, the drive his car, go and take the French loaf. During those days, the French loaf is really very famous with the chili crab. So now become the mantou, take over the French loaf. But honestly, if you ask me, I still prefer the French loaf with the sauce. Actually, I'm very proud of my mother. Started this chili crab. Last time I come to Singapore, see that or see the lion. I said, now Singapore is chili crab.
Maybe if you stand up from the top, right, when you take your flat lay, it feels like a tiny red dot also.
now chili crab is considered to be our national dish,
I thought McSpicy was national.
Don't laugh so much, eat your crab. When you search online, chili crab and chicken rice are listed as our national dishes. But why? We asked Professor Margaret Chan, who has published several books and articles about local cuisine.
Well, I think because chili crab is really good. And when you entertain, we almost always bring the people from abroad, we bring them for chili crab, we bring them for seafood. And so there you go, chili crab.
Yeah, okay. So we are all known for our chili crab. But who decided that this was our national dish, Dr. Leslie Tay?
How's my makeup?
Oh, if you don't already know, he's the man behind I Eat, I Shoot, I Post.
There is no association of national dish that can actually stipulate which one is our national dish. It's something that's picked by the community. You can't just go into another country and say, hey, we want to make chicken rice our national dish. And then employ all these PR people. No, these kind of things come naturally over time. People develop a taste for it.
Chili crab curry puff, chili crab ice cream, chili crab vending machine, chili crab lava cake, chili crab chocolate. Seems like chili crab is Singapore's darling dish. In 2009, former Malaysia Tourism Minister Ng Yen Yen said, We cannot continue to let other countries hijack our food. Chilli crab is Malaysian, Hainanese chicken rice is Malaysian. What did the inventor of chilli crab have to say about that?
My mom said, never mind lah. Let them talk whatever they want. As long as we know that we are Singapore, we are the first one to do chilli crab. Whoever want to say they are the first, let them talk lah.
Side point, there was a big hoo-ha online when Singapore nominated hawker culture as a UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage, short form ICH. For those who have no idea what this is about, basically UNESCO established a list of intangible cultural heritage that aims to raise awareness about the importance of such heritage items and ensure their protection. That means countries can nominate their social practices, arts, knowledge, etc. to be represented on the list, like India for yoga, 18 countries for falconry, and Turkey for its whistled language. How cool is that? Singapore isn't on that list. In 2018, Singapore chose its first UNESCO ICH nomination.
Hawker's culture.
And that led to another food fight with Malaysia.
Look, it's not as if there's only one hawker culture that anybody can lay hold on and we get it first, you can't get it. Any tourists who want to come into this region will come to Singapore, experience our hawker culture, go over to Malaysia, experience their hawker culture, go over to Indonesia, experience their hawker culture. We're not claiming hawker culture as ours, we are claiming Singapore hawker culture as ours.
The hawker culture comes around in a hawker centre. And what is hawker centres? Local food, good food, and an affordable price within a certain proximity. Wherever we are in Singapore, you can actually walk to a hawker centre or a kopitiam or something like that. This is extremely important.
So why is this ICH nomination important for Singapore?
The idea of heritage, especially when you do it with UNESCO, is that it is a legacy from our predecessors and it's passed down. And the most important thing, it says it stands for us and that we will therefore make a commitment to preserve it as a heritage. So it is more a sense of responsibility that I say this is a legacy, so I will make a commitment to preserve it for everybody else.
Thanks, Prof. Chan. Back to the crabs.
I'm just going to slow me down a bit, but I'm just going to take my time to eat this.
Actually, it's okay lah, Chuan. You've already failed this challenge. Just give us your losing speech.
2 kg of crab is not 2 kg of durian.
You thought it would be the same, right? But it's actually very, very different.
Even the act of putting a piece of tissue paper to choke that seed, that is culture. You try to do that in any other country, you see what happens? You put a tissue paper there, you see who will honour your seed. That's typically Singapore.
For our next course, we have another iconic Singaporean dish, chicken rice. Okay, don't doubt the appeal of this humble dish though. We know someone who is willing to eat this for 14 days straight.
I've always wondered, is it really possible to eat chicken rice every day? Our colleague Danny claims he can eat chicken rice every single day. And I decided, okay, let's just try it out. So, what if you can only eat chicken rice for 2 whole weeks? There's this guy on Instagram, Kueh.Peng, who is rumoured to eat chicken rice every day. Is this even possible? Hello, I'm Diane. I'm a video producer. Oh, you can't ask someone that! I'm trying to hide my weight. On this scale, I'm like 54, 53. Like, I want to prove to myself I can do this, you know, it's just chicken rice. It's just like food. You just eat and then you poop. That's all, right? At this point, I have no idea what I've gotten myself into. But basically, this is the rule. For lunch and dinner, I can only eat chicken rice.
Around there. Oh, sorry, it's 8. Yeah, 46. Time for lunch.
So it's day 1, and I'm really nervous. I actually have never been so nervous about eating chicken rice in my life. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it up and have steam one day, roasted, steam, roasted. So like, I won't get sick, hopefully. And I'm hoping at the end of this experience, I will be some kind of like chicken rice guru, or chicken rice queen, or even like go into chicken rice nirvana. Yay, chicken! Chicken, yeah, it's chicken. Chicken! Message a lot. Okay, so apparently someone did a survey and there are 3,000 chicken rice stalls in Singapore. I wanted to have a good chicken rice today to like start today with a bang. So we're here at Boon apparently they've been around since 1979. So how many years is that? 38! Like 40? They've been credited for making chicken rice popular in Singapore, especially the Singapore style chicken rice.
们现在吃到的鸡饭是新加坡鸡饭，还是有海南的人的根源在了。区别是真正的海南鸡饭煮了起来，它是用盐来擦盐跟擦麻油的。那我们广东人的做法是因为煮熟了，我们就要用水来洗了，洗了我们就蒸冰水，所以它吃起来它的皮会比较有弹性、有水分的。其实海南岛的海南鸡饭是有加椰浆的，那我们这边的是以姜跟蒜这些为主来煮那个海南鸡饭。
Okay, I want OG. What's OG? Original. OG. Okay, wait. 美女是谁？我是吧？哦，谢谢。哦，so I mean ugly but adorable. My name is Richie.
Oh, we should eat the tea so then maybe you can grow some boobs.
So you want me to eat breast meat to get breast?
What is this, Diane?
Okay, so it's. I just want to say that the time is 11 p.m. I have my long day and I have this like Thai style tofu.
And this is a lie.
I'm still eating chicken rice. I'm still having the bulk of my this boring ass chicken rice.
I'm going to tell the audience that this is a lie because this afternoon she also ordered a side, the same thing. So
okay, my stupid colleagues are making me be honest. That I added veggie. I can't just eat cucumber, okay? I ate mala for lunch. My producer is here to scold me. Review yourself. It's her fault. This girl here, she was the one that was like, you need to eat chicken rice? You want to eat mala?
you are a
Okay, like if there's mala and there's chicken rice, and you already ate mala, you already ate chicken rice on last 2 days.
Shame.
It's not going great. I feel terrible. I'm so sick of the taste of chicken rice. It's like garlic taste and the oil. It's just constantly in my mouth. So I figured like, okay, honestly, I think ayam penyet is derived from chicken rice. I'm gonna buy that. Okay, sorry, my bad. The editor told me that I'm wrong. And ayam penyet actually originates from Java, Indonesia and has no links to Hainanese chicken rice. How chicken rice grew so popular is partly because it is easily made halal. According to Liana, a food writer, Red's Chinese food first sold Hainanese chicken rice in the 1960s and 70s. It was a hit, and other places started selling it. They just needed that minor tweak and get halal salted chicken. And ta-da! Finally, the last chicken rice. By the way, I'm dying. Thanks for asking. I just feel so sleepy all the time. So while I was cooking, I wondered why is Hainan chicken rice, a very Chinese dish, our national dish? So an undergrad study actually said, the collective sentiments shared by Singaporeans through experiences with chicken rice could serve as a stabilizing force and establish a Singaporean identity that binds all ethnicities together. The author also said that by touting chicken rice as our national dish to tourists and repeating it all the time, that's how it has become commodified, and that's why you have so many chicken rice products around. There's something wrong with the weighing machine.
Don't blame the machine.
Oh my god. It's so nice to not have chicken rice. Hey, have you heard of the everyday chicken rice Instagram guy? Okay, so we tried to reach out to everyday chicken rice, the Instagram guy. Why don't you guys help me slide into his DMs and ask me how the hell he does it, because I really died. The end, let me enjoy my non-chicken rice.
Again, a lot of weight.
Some say Singaporeans are born with the spice DNA. We don't know how true that is, but we do know that this dish from Sichuan has influenced a new wave of spice lovers. But how exactly did this numbing, tear-inducing Sichuan peppercorn become so well-loved here?
Ooh, you're having the mala shits. Here comes the burn at the end of the tunnel in 3, 2, 1. It all started with a tingling feeling in your mouth, thanks to the molecule hydroxy-alpha-central that's found in Sichuan peppercorn. It feels like a phone is vibrating on your lips. Your tongue goes numb.
Sorry, Tong is unavailable at the moment.
You sweat, and your mouth produces more saliva. the fire in your belly moves down. The spices don't get fully digested, so that when you poop, yep, you feel the burn at the other end. Because of the pain receptors called TRPV1 that let the brain know that your body is in pain.
You're in pain.
So that when it's time for number 2, the receptors in your anus react just like the ones in your mouth, and out comes a massive bloop.
I'm not eating mala again.
You sure? There's a reason why you still eat it the next time. But before that, how did this dish from Sichuan explode in Singapore? The fact is, mala has always been here. Even before the craze, you could find it in Sichuan restaurants and steamboat restaurants that serve mala broths. There's mala Xiang guo and mala huo guo, which is the soup version. But they both have ma, num, and la, spice. So how did mala get big? These guys can answer that. They were one of the first few people in the mala craze.
我们是计算新加坡先锋吧，因为很多中国的劳工啊来新加坡打拼嘛，让他们吃到这个家乡的口味啊。
And he isn't wrong to say that. The number of Chinese immigrants in Singapore grew by 163% in 25 years.
头是中国人吃的比较多，慢慢本地食客越来越多。现在啊都是本地人呐，最少要78%呢。
Not surprising if you think about it. We're familiar with this flavor, and most of our well-loved foods are spicy. Plus, there are 3 options to choose from: 大辣, 中辣, and 小辣. Not everyone can eat spicy food, but you can grow to like it. So says Paul Rosen, a professor of psychology who spent most of his life studying why different cultures prefer some foods and reject others. Look at Bibi. Bibi likes sweet food, but Bibi don't like sour food. Bibi tells us that we don't naturally like unfavorable things like lemons, but we can learn to develop a liking for its acidic taste over time, if we eat it regularly. It's the same for spice, though we can't give baby spice to show you, because baby's mother will kill me. Your mouth tells you to
get this away,
but you eat it, because you know it is safe to do so. It makes you uncomfortable, but you know that you will not die from eating mala, and so you do.
Just kidding.
Very funny. Your body is in pain.
You're in pain.
But your mind tells you that it's okay. Mind over matter. Like how some people enjoy roller coaster rides and horror movies. Can you imagine a cat skydiving? No! Unlike humans, animals rarely get joy from doing something that causes them discomfort. With more exposure to certain things and situations, humans can learn to like the things that initially cause them fear and disgust. And this liking for spice also happens naturally when we grow up eating with family and friends who enjoy chilies. If you want to put out the burn in your mouth, please do not drink water. It's just going to spread the spice all over your mouth. Capsaicin, the chemical responsible for the burning sensation, is not water-soluble. These combinations are better: milk, starch, sweet stuff. So back to the question, why do you keep coming back for more? Your body produces endorphins in response to the pain that your brain thinks you're feeling. The same thing you produce when you exercise and when you have sex.
Oh la la.
Do you realize what you're subjecting yourself to in a few hours' time? You do. But do you care? Nope. All you can say for now is shock.
Shock indeed. It was so difficult to just share 3 dishes with you, so here are a few other favorites to try while you're here. For more food stories like this, visit ourgrandfatherstory.com.